Welcome to today's English session. I am DS Chakravarti, Assistant Professor of English, Government Degree College for Women, Karimnagar. We have been learning about vocabulary building, and during that process, we have been acquainted with synonyms, antonyms, and one word substitutions. So, in this episode, the sequel of the playlist one word substitutions, we are going to learn several more words. We will try to comprehend them. The first one is infallible, and the meaning is one who is free from all mistakes and failures. To err is human, everyone makes mistakes. If a person rarely makes a mistake, or if he doesn't make a mistake at all, then we can call him an infallible. The person who is free from all mistakes and failures, who never failed. All his life he gone through success. The next one is invigilator. It's a very popular term and we have been acquainted with it. We are familiar with this term. During the process of examination, we come across this word, and the meaning is one who supervises in the examination hall. While the students write the examination, the person who supervises the entire process and assists them in completing the process is called an invigilator. And the next word is itinerant. Actually, it's a word which originated from the word itinerary. Itinerary is a schedule of a particular journey. That means if you are going to visit a foreign country or another city, you definitely have a plan, a schedule, and official persons, that means the diplomatic persons or the presidents or prime ministers of the country, whenever they visit the foreign country, definitely they have a particular pre-planned schedule, and that is called itinerary. Itinerant is a word which originates from the word itinerary, and the meaning is one who journeys from place to place. Itinerant indicates a person, and the person is always in constant journey. He travels all the time. It's like a solo traveler. He loves traveling. So that is the meaning of the word itinerant. Here is a glimpse of itinerary. That means a particular travel plan of a person. Here we can see there are 5 days, and each day there is a different destination, different place and venue for their breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and leisure time activities, and the most important, the transportation, how they are going to reach those particular places. The next word is infirmary, a home or room used for ill or injured people, like a hospital. Simply, we can call it a hospital. Infirmary is nothing but a hospital, a home, or a room used for ill people or injured people. This is a typical picture of an infirmary or a hospital. We can see several beds here and the medical equipment and several curtains and windows, brightly lit up area. The next word is infanticide. In the last video, we came across the word CID, it's a root word. And I told you that if you can learn the meaning of the word, that is the root word CID, then you can easily understand and easily comprehend so many other words. So CID means to kill. In the particular video, we learnt about suicide, and here we can learn about infanticide. That means killing an infant. That means murder of an infant. Pesticide, matricide, patricide, homicide. These are other words that have the root word CIDE side. The next word is infantry. Infantry is a word that is related to army or defense forces. So what is infantry? Soldiers who fight on foot. In the last video we came across the word cavalry. Cavalry is a troop of soldiers who fight from horses. That means they mount on the horses and they fight from there. In the same manner, infantry is a troop of the army, and the soldiers usually go on foot. That means they fight on foot. Here is a picture of infantry soldiers. That means they walk, they go on foot. The next one is inflammable. We all know the root word flame means the fire. So inflammable means liable to catch fire easily. Anything that can catch fire easily can be called inflammable. The best examples are the fuels, petrol, diesel, cotton, all these things they catch fire easily. And remember, several students they get confused that flammable and inflammable both are antonyms because we have been acquainted to comprehend in that way. That means, for example, if we take the word happy, if we can add a prefix un, that is un, it becomes unhappy, and we know that happy and unhappy both are antonyms. In the same manner, when we see flammable and inflammable, we believe that both could be antonyms, but unfortunately, it is not. Flammable and inflammable both are synonyms. That means both indicate the same thing. That means they indicate the things that catch fire very easily. So, here the best example just now we discussed petrol, diesel, cotton are inflammables. And often while going on the road we see several tankers which has a caution on it that is marked as inflammable. Let's look at a picture to understand it better. So here is a picture, we can see flammable, inflammable, both words indicate the same thing. Keep fire away, we can see keep fire away, that means they have to treat it very carefully, they are hazardous and they are dangerous. The next one is interregnum. Interregnum is a period of interval between two reigns or governments. That means if the succession of the leader is not that smooth, there could be an interval between two rulers that can be called as interregnum. That means imagine one president resigns and before the new president is elected, if there is a long gap or considerable gap, then we can call it an interregnum. The next one is kennel. Kennel is a very familiar word, a place for dogs. That means the house that is built for a dog. We might have seen these kind of kennels in all the time, especially during the Cartoon Network shows. We see dogs and their kennels. Let's look at a kennel. So here is a kennel. We can see so many dogs and one kennel. The next one is lunatic asylum. Lunatic is nothing but a mad person, an insane person, and asylum is a place or a sanatorium or a hospital or a home for the lunatics. Asylum is called lunatic asylum is nothing but a home for lunatics. We all know we have the government maintained mental institutions we can find in Hyderabad and Visakhapatnam. So we can call them lunatic asylums. The next one is lexicographer. Lexicography, lexicographer, one who compiles a dictionary. If a person starts writing a dictionary, compiles all the words, all the vocabulary, synonyms, antonyms, and all other words, and compiles a dictionary, then we can call him a lexicographer. Lexicography is the art of writing a dictionary or compiling a dictionary. So here is a glimpse from a dictionary. The next word is loquacious. Loquacious, one who talks continuously. In our friend circle, there must be a loquacious person, talkative person who talks all the time and he talks continuously without a break. This image suggests the loquacity or the person is loquacious. The next one, linguist. Linguist is a word which came from linguistics, and one who is skilled in foreign languages is called a linguist. A person who is interested in the study of linguistics is called a linguist. Linguistics and languages are somewhat different. Linguistics focus on the structure of the language or the science of the language. The next one, lapidist. Lapidist is a person who cuts precious stones. We might have heard about a saying, diamond cuts a diamond. So, not only diamond, it can be a ruby or emerald or a pearl, but any other precious stone. While making ornaments with these precious stones, they have to cut those precious stones according to the size of the ornaments. So the person who is skilled in cutting these precious stones is called a lapidist. Here we can see a person working with the machinery and he is working with the precious stones. Misanthrope. We have learnt about the word philanthrope in the last video. Anthrope indicates human beings and phila means to benefit or to help others. Philanthropist is a person who always tries to help others, and misanthrope is the antonym of philanthropist. That means a person who doesn't help any other human being, or a person who hates mankind, who doesn't like any other person is called a misanthrope. Philanthrope and misanthrope, two antonyms. Misogamist. Gami means marriage. One who hates marriage is called misogamist. He is not interested. Obviously, he is not interested in marriage and he dislikes the concept of marriage. 17. Mortuary. Mortuary is a popular word which we can find in the hospitals. It is a place where the dead bodies are kept. So after the post-mortem or before the post-mortem, the dead bodies are kept in the government hospital. That is called mortuary. A place where dead bodies are kept for post-mortem. Yeah. After the post-mortem, the body is handed over to the relatives and the concerned persons. So mortuary has one other synonym and that is also important. So it is very useful for us to learn that also. And that word is morgue, morgue, morgue. Here is an image of mortuary. Actually, it's not a mortuary. It's a school of mortuary science. That means forensic or some other sciences are taught here. Usually, every government hospital have a mortuary in its premises. Mercenary. Mercenary is a soldier working only for the sake of money. Mercenary is a soldier who works only for the money. Usually, soldiers fight for their country, they have patriotism, they want to save their families, they have affection for their motherland, they have love for their king. But here, mercenary is also a soldier, but he doesn't have those emotions and he only works for money. The next one, matricide. Just now we learnt about the root word cid, side. Matri means mother. Murder of mother, killing mother is called matricide. Martyr, one who dies for a noble cause. Usually we find this word in newspaper headlines. Martyrs, that means in an encounter, if several police people die, then we call them martyrs. In a terrorist encounter, if some soldiers of Indian Defense Forces, if they die, then we call them martyrs. That means our policemen, our soldiers, if they die in performing their duties, then we call them martyrs. Martyrs are highly respected in society. Maiden speech. Maiden means first. So the first speech delivered by a person is called maiden speech. The next one, mint. This is not a mint that we find in candies or sweets, that is peppermint. This is a different mint, and this mint means a place where coins are made. Coins are made. Currency printing and coins minting are two different things. And if you know, we have a mint compound, that means coin making factory is located beside secretariat in our Hyderabad. It is called mint compound. So the coins are made there. Here we can see so many coins that are produced in the mint compound. The next one, misogynist, a hater of womankind. A person who hates woman is called misogynist. Mog, just now we learnt about Marchuri, and then we learnt that Marchuri and Mog both are the same things and they are the synonyms for each other. Here, a place where dead bodies are kept for identification. Mog. Mammals. Mammals are a kind of animals which give milk. That means their children have milk from their mothers and grow up. This group is scientifically known as Mammalia, and human being is the best example for mammals. Monogamy, gami means marriage, the practice of marrying one at a time. We can remove the word at a time also. The practice of marrying one, that means in India we are following the monogamy. That means a person can marry only one woman. And if he can marry more than one woman, it is called polygamy. That means many women. That means many women. Missionary is a person who is sent to propagate religion. That means he is a person who goes to some other country or some other land to propagate his religion. Usually, we find missionaries from all major religions all over the world. Numismatics, the study of coins, the origin and the evolution and the usage of coins is called numismatics. Namesake, namesake, a person having same name as another. If two people have the same name, then we can call namesake. Actually, namesake is a popular novel written by Jhumpa Lahiri, and there is a movie also made with the same name. That means namesake is a movie also. So here is the cover page of the novel Jhumpa Lahiri's The Namesake, winner of Pulitzer Prize. Jhumpa Lahiri received the Pulitzer Prize. Nostalgia, a strong desire to return home, or we can call it homesickness. Typically, Indians have this tendency very much. We all have that. When a school child, after leaving SSC, enters into a hostel for his intermediate, for the first time he is staying in a hostel. After 1 week or 10 days, he has a strong desire to go back to his parents. He doesn't want to stay in the hostel. This is called nostalgia. And if you reach middle age, you always remember your childhood, the things you did in the childhood, the friends you played with, and the environment, the premises, the surroundings, all those things you constantly remember. This is called nostalgia. And if you go abroad, you always remember the things about India, your motherland. Your motherland. That is called nostalgia. Novice, One new to anything, or we can call inexperienced. Novice is a person who is a beginner in anything. That means if you are starting to learn something new, then you are called novice. Amateur, the beginner. Narcotic, in the movies or in the newspaper headlines, we often hear to this word narcotic department. Narcotics, a medicine for producing sleep. That means that makes you calm down, that makes you relaxed, and if they are come under legal things, there is no issue. But some narcotic medicines are used in an illegal manner and they are called in layman's language as drugs. Optimist, a person who looks at the brighter side of things. This we learned in the last video. Optimist and pessimist are two most important things that are antonyms. That means these two are opposite words. So, what is an optimist? Optimist is a person who looks at the brighter side of things. That means he looks at the positive side of things always. Whatever happens to him, though it is a loss for him, in the meantime, he thinks positively, he looks at the brighter side of things. And the pessimist is a person who looks at the darker side of things. That means he has always indulged in negative thinking. Orphan is a popular word, one who lost his parents. So if you don't, a person doesn't have a father and mother and he lost them, then we call him an orphan. Omnipresent, omni means everywhere, present, we know the meaning, and omnipresent means one who is present everywhere, the person who is present everywhere in the universe. And the best example is none other than God. Omnipotent, omni everywhere, potent having the potency, that means having the strength. One who is all powerful. In our Tollywood movies or in Bollywood movies, our heroes are omnipotent. They can do whatever they want, irrespective of gravitational forces. They can do so many things also. They can fight with hundreds of villains also. Omniscient, omni everywhere, saint knowing. One who knows everything is called omniscient. Again, we have the best example, that is God, the person who knows everything that happens in the universe, the reason behind everything. Opaque, that which cannot be seen through, not transparent. So we have two things here, transparent and not transparent. Not transparent is also called opaque. If you have an opaque glass, we cannot see through that. And if we have a transparent glass, we can see through the glass. Obituary, an account in the newspaper of the funeral of the one deceased. After a person's demise, usually their concerned people or relatives, they publish an obituary. They publish an obituary in the newspaper so that all the people who are residing in different places can come to know that the thing has happened and they may attend his funeral or last rites. So obituary is nothing but a notification in the newspaper. This is a typical example for an obituary. Here we can see the person's image, the deceased person's image, and his date of birth, date of death, and several sentences regarding him. Orphanage, a, a home for orphans. Orphanage is a home for orphans. Obstetrician, one who is skilled in midwifery. That means a qualified doctor who deals with pregnancy and childbirth, and he is called an obstetrician. By looking at the picture, we understand that the doctor deals with childbirth and pregnancy. Hostler, one who looks after horses at an inn. Imagine there is a farm for horses, and if a person looks after all the horses, their food, their maintenance, their health, all those things, if they are taken care by a person, then we can call the person hostler. This is the image of a horse farm. Here we can see a horse. Omnivorous. In the last video, we came across herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. Herbivorous are the animals that only have or eat vegetarian food, that means only plants. And carnivorous are the animals that only have non-vegetarian food, that means they only take meat. And omnivorous are a combination of these two, that means these animals can have vegetarian food as well as the non-vegetarian food, that means they eat everything. The best example is human being. Pessimist, just now we gone through this one. Pessimist, a person who looks at the darker side of things. Potable, fit to drink. Anything that we can drink is called potable, that is fit to drink. Potable is different from the word portable. Portable is something we can carry from one place to other place, that we can call portable. For example, there were portable TVs. That means a TV can be carried from one place to other place. It was a portable TV. Here the word is potable, not portable. Postmortem. Post means after, mortem means death. So the examination that is done after a person's death is called postmortem. An examination of dead body. Usually, postmortem is done to know the cause of death, why the person died. Is there any suspicious reasons, whether he died a natural death or any other else? Philanthropist, that we discussed already, a person who loves mankind, a person who loves other people, a person who helps other people is called philanthropist. Patricide, again we can find the root word side. Patricide, murder of father. Philatelist, it came from the word philately. Philately is a hobby of collecting stamps, and philatelist is a person who collects postage stamps. So here we can see several stamps. Plagiarism, literary theft, or passing off an author's original work as one's own. It is nothing but copying from other sources without giving them proper credit, and that is called plagiarism. And the best example is your teacher has given you an assignment to prepare a project work on particular thing, and you didn't work hard, and you just copied from internet and submitted as it is, and it is called plagiarism. You copied from some other source.